There is a young, I suppose, young in one regard, radio broadcaster that's come to prominence of late. And he has taken the name from Charles the Great, a king of France, and who called himself Charlemagne. And so this young Hamite broadcaster now of modern day has taken the name Charlemagne the God. And it's very popular among broadcasters. He's taken probably #1 spot, reaching out to Hamite and mixed audiences over America these days. Charlemagne the God. And a lot of people get bent out of shape by, someone calling themselves as God. The Muslims are 5%ers, and others call themselves gods as well. But I want to now say, in light of all of that has been documented, I want to say that Mark Zuckerberg is the God with a little G. Yep, no, there's no doubt about it. Mark Zuckerberg, who is a strange-looking fellow. It is reported that Mark Zuckerberg was a student at Harvard, and some other student had come up with the idea of Facebook. It's alleged that Mark Zuckerberg stole the whole platform from Facebook from a friend that was a roommate of hers at Harvard, quit Harvard because he realized they had a gold mine. And now Mark Zuckerberg is more powerful than the Beatles were back in the 1960s and 70s. And the Beatles were more popular, or at least they stated at one point, we believe it's reported, that the Beatles allegedly reported that they were more popular than God. But Mark Zuckerberg is more popular than the Beatles, meaning that the man is more popular and more powerful than God. So we're calling him the almighty Mark Zuckerberg, the God, owns Facebook. By the way, they don't particularly like me. I don't know why. I don't think that I've done anything that ought to offend them or in any way decrease them. Who am I? But I don't think they like ATLAH, and I don't think they like the truth either. So I may be along with a category of anybody else, and everybody else will speak. Yeah, but Mark, the almighty Mark Zuckerberg, is now being whistleblown, and I can assure you this is not the last you're going to hear about Mark Zuckerberg. But anyway, Mr. Engineer, I think we have a clip. I want you to let it run for just a moment. Now, everybody, hang tight, and I'll have my responses to what this young woman has been able to say about her work there at Facebook.
Yesterday, we saw Facebook get taken off the internet. I don't know why it went down, but I know that for more than 5 hours, Facebook wasn't used to deepen divides, destabilize democracies, and make young girls and women feel bad about their bodies. When we realized big tobacco was hiding the harms it caused, the government took action. When we figured out cars were safer with seatbelts, the government took action. And when our government learned that opioids were taking lives, the government took action. I implore you to do the same here. Today, Facebook shapes our perception of the world by choosing the information we see. Even those who don't use Facebook are impacted by the majority who do. A company with such frightening influence over so many people, over their deepest thoughts, feelings, and behavior, needs real oversight.
This Hogan woman is chilling, thorough, accurate, to the point, well-spoken, researched. Almighty Zuckerberg, the God, is going to have problems with this woman going forward. However, Facebook is still pretty safe, and so is almighty Mark Zuckerberg, the God. Rich people don't get prosecuted. They don't go to jail. Somebody might blow the whistle or somebody might make a claim. But, if you got the money, you can buy justice in America. You can, I don't know if you call it justice, but you can buy escape from the penalties penalties, prison sentences, and, big fines and everything. It's what prison sentences are for poor people. And everybody knows that. Prisons aren't built for people who do white-collar crime under Mark Zuckerberg, the gods of the world. Mark ain't going to be harmed by this. At best, you can hope is to get a few $1 million fine out of the boy. But, prisons are for poor people. And everybody knows that. Judges know it. Judges don't send rich people to prison. No. But at any rate, Zuckerberg came out and had a statement the other day. He said, I wanted to share a note I wrote to everyone at our country. Hey, everybody, it's been quite a week, and I want to share some thoughts with you. He sounded off on Facebook as whistleblower saying her testimony blatantly misrepresents what his company does. And he's listed several examples he believes prove how her allegations don't make any sense. Well, it makes a lot of sense to me, almighty Mark Zuckerberg, the God. It makes sense to me, homeboy. Anyway, the Facebook founder responded late Tuesday to claims made by Frances Haugen in front of Congress earlier in the day with an outright denial. They all do that. They all do. You can see somebody kill somebody. They say, I'm not guilty. They stand before the judge and say, not guilty. Why you plead? Not guilty. Why you, almighty Mark Zuckerberg, the God, is pleading not guilty. All right. So we'll see how that is, how all that goes around. But I can tell you this, that we have not seen the end of it. And I can say this to you, and I want to please try to. I was trying to think about the name of that game called Candy Crush, where a 2-year-old can pick up a computer now, and it's just Mark Zuckerberg. It's the computer in general, and it's online activity, the internet, I suppose. Maybe it's the best way to say it. I need to find the appropriate languages to go right at this. But these instruments are deadly instruments. They're all-consuming. And there are people that are addicted to the internet. They're addicted to their iPhones, their iPad. They are addicted to it. And it is, as Frances Haugen is saying, that Facebook uses their platform to divide people, to sow hate, allegedly, and discord, and making a lot of money on the process of getting it done. But the one thing I have noticed about even people like, maybe the Proud Boys or, some of the others that are out there that are alleged to be the Oath Keepers or, the MAGA hat wearers that are alleged to be, spreading hate or QAnon and all that crowd. None of those people ever speak out against the LGBTQ community. Now, that's the key. That is the key. If you want to get in with Facebook, never say a mumbling word against the LGBTQ community. Oh, you can speak out against abortion. You can speak out, but don't you say a mumbling word against the LGBTQ. They will put you in the grave, and you will never be able to broadcast. They'll let you on Facebook, but they ain't going to let you be nobody. Not if you're against LGBTQ. And by the way, I believe that almighty Mark Zuckerberg, the God, does not forgive people. I'm now going to talk about myself if you don't mind. Once you ever get cited by Facebook or any other of these social media platforms as ever saying a mumbling, disgruntled, truthful word about LGBTQ and how it misaligns and how the Bible says it is a blasphemous lifestyle, the almighty Mark Zuckerberg, the God, will not forgive you. You will never be anybody in this world. You'll never be anybody in social media. I can tell you that right now. You ain't going nowhere. Now, you can talk about abortion if you like. Hell, you can even talk about Obama. You can say, Obama got a white mama. Obama! The long-legged Mac Daddy. But you better not say anything against the LGBTQ crowd. If so, you will be banned forever. That's right. The almighty Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook, and YouTube, they do not forgive. Now you are through. You can forget it. And you notice none of these people on Fox News, they say a lot. They'll talk about Joe Biden. They'll talk about Camelback ain't Black Harris. They'll talk about George Floyd. But they will not say a mumbling word against the LGBTQ community. Everybody knows that once you go down that road, you are through in the public realm. I don't care who you are. You'll never be president. You'll never be dog catcher. No, you have broke the sacred, if you will, vow, and you have broke the golden vessel. if you ever speak out. But anyway, the almighty Mark Zuckerberg, the God, is now on the hot seat. He'll be off shortly. And probably after this, Facebook will become even more of what Francis Haugen portrays them to be. Me, I'm James David Manning, everybody. I'm the Lord's servant.
Well, Bob, now I know we haven't always seen eye to eye on things, but, well, I just wanted you to know that I really did tell Nancy the other day. Well, you know the nice thing about Alzheimer's is I get to meet new people every day. Well, Bob, I can see you've been trying to write a new song all morning. Well, let's hear what you got so far. I got mad, I got so I hit my baby with the 2x4. Well,
You call that music?
well, now,
Oh,
Jimmy.
you think you're Rudy Valley or something?
Well, now,
You stupid pinhead. Well, I don't have to listen to this hip-hop hillbilly.
don't be a bad Republican.
You
Jimmy.
don't
Artistic
understand.
expression.
He sounds like a sick cow in heat.
Did someone mention me? I think I can do something with that song.
Oh, for the love of Mammy Lloyd.
I got mad, I got so, hit my baby with a 2x4. It's a wonderful life.
Hey, I think you're onto something there, Satchmo.